The Tim Dev Show.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Tim Dev Show. This episode will start a new segment that some of my friends thought would be funny to see. Because I'm Canadian, I also like to learn a lot about the history of Canada, so this segment will be a Canadian's biased look at his own country's history. I don't really know where to start with describing the history or what section I should start with, so I think it will just be like a little short tidbit episode for now, and then later on I'll write it out more. This is just kind of a spur of the minute, last minute decision, running out of time video, and I apologize for that, but sometimes that happens. I guess we can talk about Confederation. So, I don't exactly know the dates, but they were in the 1860s. The maritime provinces, New Brunswick, PEI, and Nova Scotia, were all going to decide about becoming a maritime union and a confederation. And as they were getting ready to have their talks, the Ontario and Quebec, which was known as the Canadas, upper and lower, were like, hey, confederation talk, we want to join. So they just marched right in and were like, let us join your confederation talks. And the Maritimes were like, well, we fear that if you guys do join, it will all be centered on you guys and we will get neglected. And the two Canadas are like, that won't happen. No, we'll be cool. We'll be cool. So they had the Charlottetown Accord. And so they all went to Charlottetown, the capital of PEI, and they were all like, yay, let's talk about Confederation! Yeah, Confederation! So they agreed on Confederation. It was all happy and whatnot. So then they went and I forget where they left the Charlottetown Accord and they went to sign the actual notice for Confederation, because this was done peacefully, unlike the American independence, where they declared independence and went to war and all this nonsense. Canada just simply said, hey, we fear an American invasion, and the North has won the Civil War, and those war hawks in the earlier this century, and they were all like, let's do the War of 1812, so maybe we should, form a country. And Queen Victoria's like, okay, that sounds great. So anyway, so they sign the Confederation, but PEI doesn't show up. I like to think that they just overslept or something, but they don't show up, and they do not join the Confederacy for a while. The four original provinces become Ontario, Quebec, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia in 1867. Then they gained Rupert's Land and named it the Northwest Territories, and they offered British Columbia to join the Confederacy in 1871 with the promise of building a railroad all the way across North America on the Canadian side. So British Columbia was like, sure, let's join. Then, in 1873, PEI joined. So an entire 6 years later. It was almost as if they, overslept for 6 years. But more than likely, they were probably in a disagreement over how Ontario and Quebec were joining. And, ironically, well, not really ironic, but what they predicted to happen, which was every politics being dominated by Ontario and Quebec and leaving out the Maritimes, did in fact happen. No one really cares about the East. They exist. They fish, I'm sure. They have nice colored buildings, but they're underpopulated. I have a friend that lives in Halifax, the capital of Nova Scotia, but other than that, I don't know anybody that lives in the Maritimes. And Newfoundland is a whole other story. That will be another chapter on the saga of Newfoundland and Labrador. But yeah, I'll probably do another one of these segments sometime and be more prepared. This is just a last minute ditch, and so I didn't want to not produce a video on Saturday, but do not worry. Wednesday's video will be better. It might be another Canadian segment, it might be something completely different, but it will be more planned out than this video. I apologize for that. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode of the Tim Dev Show. Please continue to watch us and subscribe. We put out a video every Wednesday and Saturday, so until next time, bye.